D-line, we're playing faster than what we were last spring. And, it may be this new defense. It may not be a whole lot more thinking going on. It may just be, go out there and you play as hard as you can. So as far as that aspect, that's probably the only difference I see right now as far as the D-line. But of course, we early in the install and stuff.
Several guys have said kind of the same thing you just said, like with Coach Durkin, that it's a lot of play without thinking, just play fast. I know it's early, what is it about the way he coaches that makes y'all feel like you can play that way?
He coaches with energy and compassion. So, when he comes out there fired up, he gets everybody else fired up, and we ready to, run through a wall for him. He said first day of means that, every day he's going to have energy. Every day he's going to bring it. So, he coaches hard. He coaches every coach on the staff, on the defensive staff, coaches hard, and that just drives all the players to, play their hardest for each coach.
Sorry,
no, you got it.
Sorry if this was asked. What are your personal expectations, goals going? I mean, you had obviously you're a highly talented kid last year. You played a bunch, played well. Where do you want to make the jump?
I want to be 10 times the player I was last year. I can say I had a pretty decent freshman year, but I want my sacks to go up tremendously. I want to have 8+ sacks this year, 30, 40+ tackles. I just want to put myself in a better position, for my future this year.
With Marcus going, there's been a lot of people asking, like, who's going to step up on the defensive line? What is the production? You kind of take that on yourself to be kind of one of the leaders of the group as somebody who played a lot last year?
I do. Marcus was one of the guys that just knew ball. He knew ball. He played hard, and that's kind of what I'm trying to take over now this year. And I want to take over that leadership role in the other defense. Of course, we got some good leaders: Keontae Scott, Eugene Asante. Some of those guys, some of those older guys. But when it's coming from a younger guy like myself, going to these freshmen, I feel like I can relate more to those guys, and I feel like it'll be more of a connection whenever it's their time to go.
Who else is working at defensive end right now this spring?
We got Amaris Williams and Zakevius Walker. TJ Lindsay bounces in and outside. He plays a little bit of D tackle and in. So we got Amaris. He plays a little bit of buck, and me and Z-Walk we'll play inside sometimes. Just depending on the scheme. But those are we're the main 4 guys at the end right now.
We've heard a lot about Amaris. Just what have you seen from him kind of so far in spring ball? What he can bring to the table for y'all?
He can pass rush. He can fit the run. He need to get his technique down. But that's pretty common coming in as a freshman. He's eager to learn. He works hard, and whenever he needs help on anything, he always comes and asks. He don't try to just go and figure it out on his own. And that's something I admire about him, because when I came in, I tried to figure it out on my own, and I didn't try to get help from anybody else. But I see he's eager to learn it and get it down, because talking to him, he wants to play early this year.
And you played early last year. Do you see yourself now as somebody who can be that help and just kind of help those guys try to get to where you were last season?
Yes, sir. I try my hardest to just guide those guys in the right direction. And so far they're looking pretty good, and I hope they can keep up the good work they put in.
What would you say is the biggest thing you learned playing so much in the SEC as a true freshman?
Really, every offense looks the same. You're gonna get the same looks every week. It's just different opponent. And then, of course, in the SEC, I like to compare it as the mini NFL. You see some of the best guys in the world play in the SEC, and those guys in the SEC go play in the league. So I took it as, I'm playing future NFL players. And, I played some of the best like Will Campbell and J.C. Latham, and those guys are headed to the draft this year. And, I'm just blessed to be played against those type of caliber guys.
What was that jump like? Because I mean, you played at a pretty small school, and in high school, obviously did really, really well. But like that jump from there to SC, it's tough for everybody. But what was it like for you?
It was real tough. I'm glad I came in the spring, just to get that feel of college. Because even when I first got here, it just felt totally different. And once I got to the season, I ain't feel too bad, but you may face like first round draft picks one week, and that's just something I've never seen before. And that's something I had to get used to week after week.
How would you say? I mean, I know you were somebody who came in and you had good size for just a freshman. What are you working on developmentally heading into your second year of the program, just kind of with your body?
I'm trying to get my weight down to probably 275 consistently, and other than that, me and Coach Dom, he's been working with me in the weight room enough to get my upper body right. Just because I'm just now using my left hand now, so he's been working with me a lot on that, and as far as like on the field and stuff, really pass rushing, and really just getting back used to using all those moves.
Some of the other guys were telling us about Coach Aldridge coaching those pass rush moves and teaching you guys to get a second move when the first one's not there. What has he kind of taught you just in these couple short weeks about maybe improving your pass rush?
He's taught me to, he's shown me my fastball. So he calls my fastball power. And, anything off of power, I can counter off of it. So he's been showing me different moves to counter with, and how I can set it up, how I can set speed up, how I can set, basically any move I want to do before the play even start. And I'm grateful for that, because that's something I felt like I needed to work on anyway this offseason.